Howdy, gamers, and welcome to Checkpoint Reached, a weekly show where we discuss the topic in gaming, occasional news stories, movie and TV quotes, and some random life rants. Thank you all so much for joining us. Today's topic, the death of physical games, physical media, I should say. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get all the meat and taters of it. My name's Lex, and of course, I have my co-host. Say hi, Ernie. That's what the note says. How you doing?
I'm doing I'm doing
Waymo.
I'm doing great, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much for joining me on this fine evening of some somber news, I guess.
A little bit, yeah, definitely. It's going to be very interesting to see kind of not just our thoughts and what we're going to share with each other, because obviously we talked about it briefly, but also I really hope that in the comments we kind of get a little bit of people talking about what's going on here, because this affects us all. As some people think it's going to be a pretty minuscule thing, we'll get into it why it's not, and so it's going to be interesting. But
yeah, dude. I mean, I know. Yeah, I agree with you. Big Chifa, if you're listening, dude, I know you're a fan. You're commenting. We appreciate it. Big Chifa, I like that.
Yeah, I did
shout out, dude.
Shout out to the friend of the channel.
But yeah, dude, it's but yeah, I'm doing good. It's the week of the 4th of July. You got the World Cup going on. I feel like I just been, we've been watching a lot of those games, and it's been a blast. But I was like, man, it like there was like a week or two where I was just like, man, we're just like, since it started, like, man, we're just keep going out. Like, we got to stop. Like, I've been drinking since Tuesday, but not this week. Obviously, it's been chilling. But why am I sharing this? Ernie already makes fun of me as it is for drinking. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a drinking problem. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry.
Drinking problem. I forgot the song goes. No, you're good. I mean, you can do it. You do as you please, as I always say. But no, I mean, I'm feeling you, dude. I would. It feels like it's definitely like a good excuse to go out and like watch the games, because it's a lot of fun. I haven't personally been really super into it at the moment, just because I just haven't made the time to do so. But it's like, man, sometimes I just want to sit back and like just watch. That I just don't allow myself. I always end up doing something else. So. But no, dude, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. It's fun. It's crazy to me that you're going out though, because I would think it'd be too crowded and like kind of annoying to be out.
So it's not even always going out. It's like we go to someone's house, we watch it, or like people come to my house and watch it. We, and just enjoy it like that. That we did go last week to a bar, just my girlfriend and I, to watch the Colombian game, and I am Colombian, and Colombian Bam Bam, as you call me.
I was gonna say they call you Colombian Bam Bam, yeah.
And it was fun. It was a good experience. I will say it smelled, but I mean, again, you spend less money obviously at home. That was like the first time we actually went out. I mean, we were out before, but like that was like one of the bigger games. We finally went out. And like the other week, I went to my cousin's house. We're all Colombians, and that was fun. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Again, I make it sound like I'm getting crazy, but it's not even that I'm getting that crazy. Like especially the weekdays, I'm not doing all that. That's too wild, dude. I'd be tired. I'm drinking right now. No, I'm kidding.
No, I didn't. It's like it's all. Yeah.
No, but it's fun. It's a good time to see, like, the communities and everyone getting together. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, dude. It's cool. It's good times. Good times. But let's get into some questions for each other here. I want to ask you something, dude. May I?
Please, of course.
Since I last saw you, dude, what games have you been playing, dude? I know you talked about your Switch 2.
I feel like you should start. Right? I feel like I keep starting. I mean, if you don't mind, I will. But I mean, I feel like I always start. Are you?
The only reason I was handing it off to you because I was just talking so much at the top right there.
People, I like hearing you talk, dude. And I think the audience does as well, dude. That's why. Sound off in the chat if you like Lexman as the.
Oh, dude, don't do that because that's gonna hurt my feelings.
Nah, no three cheers for the host. What the most?
No one's gonna respond or no one's gonna post anything. I'll be like,
I don't think. I mean, right? I mean, imagine they're like, nah. People. I mean, doesn't matter. You can't please everyone. But I mean, dude, I want to hear what you've been playing, because I know you've been kind of on a grind. It feels like, and you sent me this random game. There's that word you don't like, but you sent me this game the other day, and I was like, what is that? But we'll let the audience or the friends of the channel here listen, because I remember I was like, "What? Okay. What are you playing?" I remember seeing, and it was a pretty funny game. But please go ahead.
Yeah. So I've been kind of feeling a little void, right, in my gaming because ever since I finished 007, I wanted that thrill back, dude, because I was having such a great time with that game. Um, I did play the tactical simulations in the game. I ended up doing or escalations or simulations, tactical simulations. So basically, what it is, it builds scenarios for you, and there's like challenges within the levels you do, and it's a lot of fun. It's just a little extra thing to do. I sent you a video of a little glitch that happened that had me dying.
Yeah, it was pretty
Um,
funny.
really fun. Just kind of got me in, but it didn't like quite scratch my itch. So I was just looking around. I was like, I'm all booting up random games on my cloud. I booted up Skull and Bones. I'm like, and as soon as it opened, I'm like, nope, this game is not good. Um, especially since Black Flag is literally right around the corner. I think it comes out next week. Um,
Before
and
you move on from that, did you pre-order this game? I don't recall.
I did. I actually, I got the collector's edition. Funny
No
enough,
way, dude. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I spaced out and I'm like, dude, I wonder if Lex is getting the game. I don't remember even him saying anything, but I guess you did, and I just didn't catch it.
Yeah, I got it, the collector's, because it was the more doable price. It wasn't like the outrageous one. So I was like that. And again, it comes with all the good stuff and actually ties in pretty well with the episode, right? With the a physical.
I was gonna say, is it physical or
copy.
digital?
So now I'm looking because I'm like, does it should
It's
physical
just a
disc?
code.
Yep, it is the physical disc. I just had to make sure, dude. I'm scared. You don't know nowadays.
Yeah.
They get you. That's how they get you. They say. So anyway, yeah. So I'm digging around. So I'm like, you know what? Let me hop back onto some Star Wars Outlaws, shall I? And so I go on it, and I was playing for a bit. And that's the picture I sent you. I sent you a picture. I was like, this guy reminds me of you.
Oh,
so
that's
I decided,
what it
I'm
was.
like, you know what?
I'm like, what is this game?
Yeah, it was Outlaws. So I ended up just doing it like straight main objectives. I'm like, I'm going to do these main objectives. And I actually ended up doing a pretty fun level. I'm like, and again, this just brings it back to the point where it's like, when I play the game, I have a good time. I like the game. And I think I'm going to Tatooine next, which I'm like, super excited for. But I'm like, I played it. I'm like, man, this is a great game. But again, it's just still like, I will not think about playing the game. You know what I mean? I kind of have to force myself. And I still don't be like, I'm still not like, I need to go play it today. You know what I mean? It doesn't give me that feeling. But like I said, when I play it, I get lost in it. I have a good time. But I think my thing is I just have to focus on just going straight to the game with the main objectives. Because for me, as I've mentioned before on this channel, like I'm very, like if something's nearby me, I'm going to go check it out, which I still do. But I try to be a little more wary, cautious, I guess, especially for a Ubisoft game, right? Because, just there's just so much going on. So I was playing that, and yeah, I sent you a little character. I forgot the name of it, but he was sweet, dude. I was like, oh, and I was like, this reminds me of Ernie, dude. Right? Can I tell you a funny story too? We went to for the first time in Hollywood. My girlfriend and I were out there this past weekend, and we walked into the Funko Pop store. Have you ever been into the Funko Pop store?
Have you been there was a Funko
Hollywood
Pop store there, dude?
So we were walking back to our car. Yeah, we were walking back to our car because we are going to go watch the game. And I'm like, let's just go pop in real quick. Ernie, I did not expect this place to be as big as it was. And it went in so deep. It had separate worlds. There was a whole Star Wars section. That's where I ended up getting my little Babu Frick Funko. But dude, it was crazy. There was like a Disney section. There was like a horror section for like Freddy Krueger and like it. And like, it was like an amusement park. And like, we kept going. We're like, oh my gosh, it's still going. Like it's huge. Highly recommend. I know I think it was like last year they said they're going bankrupt, right? I don't know what's going on with that. If they filed with some, but dude, if you get it, I mean, I know you're going up there this week. If you guys have time, if you get there early enough, because I know you're going to go see that show, check it out. It's right by it. It's right by that theater. So you definitely could stroll in if it's still open. I don't know what time it closes, but I highly recommend. It's a cool experience. Even if you're not into Funko Pops, like, again, I'm not like super into them, but like it's cool. And it's funny. So like Daisy, my girlfriend, she really wanted something. She's like, I want a little mono. And she couldn't really find anything. She was looking for like a keychain. And then we got to the line and we saw like a bunch of things that said like mystery boxes. It was like mystery keychains. Daisy's like, oh, maybe I'll get one of these. I'm like, yeah, look, let's look into them. And there was another couple with next to us in line doing the same thing, like looking around. These people had like two like cartfuls, like hand carts full of stuff. And so she ends up picking something from Up. So it's basically a mystery box. There's like six different things you can get out of this little thing. She's like, oh, it's going to be a little keychain. So mind you, my little Funko is $15. It had the price. This didn't have the price on it. We scan it, and he's like, oh, yeah, $40. I'm all, $40. I'm like, wait, my thing was $15. Well, how much was this little thing? That thing ended up being $20. I was like, oh my gosh, that little thing. But then when she opened it, it was actually like like a mini bag, and it was the house from Up. So it was really worth it. And it was really cool because at first we're like, oh my gosh, that's kind of too much. But then we looked at him, okay, it is kind of worth it. It's nice. It's really nice. But then I was like, man, that couple had like 2 carts full. Like if our 2 things were $40, like I can't even imagine what they're spending right now. So yeah, sorry, I went off on a tangent. I apologize. But yeah, I have like a picture in a little spear, a little picture with Greedo, dude. I'm gonna have to send it to you. Maybe I'll put it in for the channel. But yeah, dude, Outlaws, fun. Now the other game I'm playing is a game. This is for you, dude. I went back to it. Cyberpunk, dude. Ernie, I am going to say this now. You heard it all first on this channel, guys. I'm gonna dedicate my time and try to beat this game. Uh, I know I always fall off of it, but like again, I'm enjoying it. And I'm trying to beat the DLC before the main game, and I'm literally towards the end of the main game. I'm just trying to get the DLC done, and I realized I looked up where I was, and I'm actually almost done with the DLC. So that really inspired me. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do my best at what I can to beat this game. It's a great game. Again, I really like it. I still don't like the driving aspect of it. The driving is not good in that game, for me at least. Like the motorcycle is the best thing to drive for me because it's so much easier. But other than that, dude, it's such a fantastic game. So that is what I'm playing. Very long winded. I apologize. Um, any questions?
Yes, please, and thank you for allowing me to speak on that one because I really did want to. 2 things. Well, we'll start off with the cyberpunk thing. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you got back into the horse, as they say, or into the cyber bike. Cyber truck. I don't know. I don't know what you drive in that game. I always forget. But the driving isn't great. You're right. And you know what's funny is I realized that I ran everywhere I went. I think I ended up like cybernetically
Fast
enhancing
traveling.
myself to run a lot or something like that because I don't remember really driving because it just sucked.
You can have like a speed dash thing too. Like I use that as well a lot.
I think I might have done that because I remember just being very fast because my gameplay style, especially for the like for me, was very sneaky and then like just a lot of melee combat, not a lot of gun stuff. So that's kind of like what I was used to doing. I ended up finding like this really cool katana, and I did this whole like thing you can find in the beginning of the game. It's like
That's
right
right.
when the Arasaka mission that you see, you find it's like some katana or something like that. I forget, but you can find a bunch of cool stuff. Eventually, when the DLC came out, Phantom Liberty, there was another katana sword that you can get that has like a little like sort of like lava. It's like more like or not lava. I'm sorry. It's like it's like a laser sort of. Neither here nor there. But I was using that. It's funny because that's how I was playing, fighting that big old dude.
Adam Smasher.
I won't say well who, but some guy, and it was cool.
Oh.
So I'm glad that you're back into it. It's just find the gameplay style that you're enjoying and continue to play like that. Don't. This is the thing about that game, or especially games like this for me, and maybe friends of the channel can agree on this. When you start to try to do other things that you are not like your gameplay style, right? Like for me, like I said, sneaky and melee, right? And when you try something else, which is cool, I encourage it if you like to do that. But if you're like you love what you're already doing, stay with that. Like stay on course. Cause that like once you start to like go to the other thing, it's like you start to waste points and then you have to try to reattribute and all that stuff. And it's like it's just like stick with what you want to do if that's how you want to play. But I mean you can always change it up.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It was funny because I was doing a little quest, and like I happened to just look down. I'm like, oh, like I see my legs are bare, and I like went into my wardrobe, and for some reason I was just butt naked. I was like, why is my character running around naked? I'm like,
crazy.
I had clothes on. What happened? It was pretty funny, but anyway,
it's crazy. But yeah, and then the other thing, the Funko Pop store, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll stop by. I am gonna be around that area on Friday. I don't know if I'm not like you. I'm not a big Funko guy. I do have a lot. Like I have a little collection of things that
I'm not
got.
either.
Say that again.
I said I'm not really either. I just there's a couple I
know.
I
That's what I was saying.
yeah.
I know you're just like you. I am not, and I have a few things here and there, but I don't know. Like my wife and my daughter are into those things that are like those TikTok things, like the dumplings and like the Mickey Mouse, like little figurines that you can get collectibles of. I like my little anime ones. I'm a big fan of that stuff. Um, but yeah, like you said, they're expensive. I know you said like, oh, it's $20. That's pretty cheap. Like the Mickey Mouse one I got for my wife. I got her like two, so she got a Daisy Duck and a Mickey Mouse little figurine. I have to show you. It's like a big little plushie looking thing
Yeah.
that people
No.
put on bags. And I think I spend like 40 or 55, something like that. It always depends on the store and how much they sell them for, because sometimes they go up in price like a lot. But yeah, it's expensive. Collectibles have been like they're on another level now of like pricing and stuff like that.
You also have a Funko of yourself, right?
I do, dude. Yeah, freaking Lex made me one. I actually have it in the other room. I put in a little, I put a little thing. It's like it has little sandals and everything. I would have liked a little Funko Pop of you, dude. That's what I want next.
Dude, that's a little companion.
Yeah, right now I have a little picture of you right here. As the Phantom of the Opera or the girl.
Dang, that's awesome. But dude, what have you been playing though? Please,
if I may. I've been doing a lot of little things here. I've been playing still Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm in sub level 700. I think that's what I said. Maybe last time, but I don't recall. So I've been grinding. I think it's like 900 sub levels, and they go by chapter, or they go by like levels of 100 increments. So I have like 2 more levels to beat, and it's been fun. I keep wanting to come back and play it, but there's other things that I'm trying to finish and like figure out. And so I think I was telling you that I've been watching a lot of YouTube and trying to do something with my Nintendo Switch console that I do not recommend everyone do. We don't condone. I'm going to say, but I've been doing that, and it's been a lot of fun and trying to figure it out. And it gets frustrating, and then it gets like it's like that Elden Ring sort of high where it's like you're fighting this boss and you like you're like dying, and then you come back to it and you're like, I figured it out. You know, like it kind of feels like that for me. So I've been tinkering a lot. And then this other game, dude, I'm gonna tell you about the last game, and I'll go more deeper into this. But I actually have a gameplay. I'll probably post this up sometime in the channel. But I've been playing Phasmophobia. Now, if you guys don't know what Phasmophobia is, essentially it's a game about you being a ghost hunter, and you go into different locations. There's a bunch of like locations that they added after like updates and updates. But you go to locations, you need to find out what is haunting this location, and you have to do it by essentially figuring out certain things and going to certain areas in the location and setting up like whatever your equipment is, whether it be like a night vision camera, and you see orbs, or an EMS, which is like I think it like does like the electrical output or something like that, or and then like there's projecting lights. There's the whole equipment. There's even more. I'm not at that level to have those things. And dude, it's been a lot of fun. I actually played with one of my wife and I's friend Jonathan, and he bought the game. I was playing this with my wife a while ago, but he bought the game and he invited us to play once with one of his friends, and she's pretty good. Like you know how like when you and I played Repo, and we had, I think it was your friend's girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Matt's girlfriend. That was really good at the game.
Oh yeah.
And
Julianne.
so she was teaching us how to like what to do, and so that like clicked. Once we learned how to play, we're like, oh my gosh, I know what we're doing now. It's still scary as hell, dude. Like I am telling you, bro, I feel like I'm breathing hard. There was a point, and I don't think it's in this video that I recorded of a gameplay, but we're talking because you're in the game chat, Lex. And so so every now and again, the entity or whatever moves things. And so it goes, or whatever, right? And it happens, right? So it kept happening. And in one location, we're like together. And then he turns around with this character and he's all, dude, did you hear that? And I'm like, no, what'd you hear? And he's like, I heard some breathing. And it was me, dude. I was going,
That's good, dude. That's awesome. Sorry, I lost you a little bit. You muted a bit.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I think it's just on your end with Discord, but mine is gonna record.
Yeah,
But
that's fine. Sorry.
yeah, but now you're good. I'm sorry. It's okay. You can tell me. But yeah, dude, I was just like, oh gosh, man, that was hilarious. But Yeah, fun game, dude.
That's
I
awesome.
recommend Phasmophobia. It does have a learning curve, but it's very paint by numbers. Like once you figure out what you should be doing, which is like everything, right? It's all very similar. It's not like hard. So you can kind of get the rhythm down. A lot of people are crazy, dude. It's funny because my TikTok has been just like overrun by like Phasmophobia stuff now, and like dude, Lex, the way that those people play are like speedrunners. Like they throw like these things down, and dude, it's crazy. I'll send you a video, and then you're gonna be like, "What the heck is going on?" But they're doing something, and the way they
Yeah.
there was like a video of some guy, like it's like he's like the Kiss character, and he smells the toilet, and he's all, "This feels like an Anya," or whatever, like or whatever the entity he
Oh my
believes it is,
gosh.
and he's like, "How the heck do you know that?" And he's like, "Well," and then he goes into this whole crazy detail of things, and you're like, "Oh my god, he's kind of right. Like it makes sense what he's saying, but it's a
Oh my
joke."
goodness.
But yeah, I've been playing that, dude, and it's been pretty fun. So,
That's hilarious.
any questions?
No, that's it, dude. That I know that's a game you said you wanted to maybe try one of these days, and
Yeah, dude,
that
I
definitely sounds cool.
yeah, I wanted to try it today with you. I was gonna tell you if you don't have time to like record like a full episode like this, we should probably play it. But yeah, it's gonna.
Right, you got a point. Um, all right. So, dude, shall we get into this episode? My friend, I mean, it ties in pretty well what we were talking about a little bit earlier, but this episode basically we're talking about the death of the physical media. Today, Sony, as a record, I'm sorry, today, Sony announced that they officially are going to stop um, manufacturing the physical discs starting January of 2028. So they'll discontinue physical games production, and everything's going to be the all digital era. Community is furious, obviously, but anything after that is basically going to be digital codes. Whether they're going to keep doing the whole, Grand Theft Auto debacle, whether they're going to sell a box, which they're probably going to still do, with the digital code inside to I guess to somehow make the collectors feel like they're collecting, which is dumb. But yeah, games are going to be launching before that cutoff. Now, I know a game like Wolverine still has a physical copy. I'm sure there's going to be others, but again, I who knows? I think by the time next year, it's probably everything's going to be the Grand Theft Auto way. So it's funny. So last week, if you did not listen to the episode, we were discussing how, oh, why isn't it coming with a disc? Why isn't it coming with a disc? Now it kind of makes sense, right? It's like, oh, everyone's kind of moving in this era, which was kind of expected that it was going to happen at some point. But now that it's here, people are like even more upset. Obviously, there's a little, people are kind of divided because there's some people that have always been digital. Some people have been always been physical. Some people have been a mix. Same kind of like me. So, and I think also Xbox even there was some news about that about the new console going to be all digital as well. So they're also going to be doing the same thing. So it's a whole mess. The community is divided. Of course, I've seen people saying, "Oh, what's the deal? I've been doing digital for 20 years. I've been fine, or 10 years, or whatever. I've been fine." Then the other, it's just a whole debacle. So I guess we're going to talk about our thoughts about it. Ernie, what are your initial thoughts on this whole situation?
Think Grand Theft Auto 6 being sort of like I think I wrote that on the notes, but like the band-aid being ripped off for us to realize that that's where we're kind of headed had to be them because they're like one of the biggest games. I feel like Nintendo probably could have done that with like Pokemon,
Uh-huh.
and it would have been like almost about the same just because Pokemon has the same sort of like resonance as a GTA 6. And I know people are gonna be like, no, that's not true, but it's like Pokemon sells really well, like every time. And so, and they
Mhm.
release one like what every year, 2 years, something like that. GTA 6, what we're getting like one in 13 years after five, you know what I mean? Which is even crazier, but
Mm.
neither here nor there. But we're headed towards this, right? We've talked about this many times, and I know one of the big telling signs was some of the digital consoles we were getting. And it wasn't just starting with the Series X or the PS5 Slim without the disk drive. This goes back way, way back, right? We're talking like the PSP Go, where it was the PlayStation Portable and it was all digital, right? And it had its proprietary card, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The PS Vita started with its mini games, Xbox Live Arcade, right, where you could only get them digital. Eventually, PlayStation followed as well. If I remember correctly, that's how the timeline goes. Again, I'm not a historian of gaming, but I do, from what I recall when I used to play games, right? And it's like it's always been a thing. The big issue with this, Lex, and it's not with everyone because I think GOG does it pretty well where there's no DRM. You could take your game and your digital copy belongs to you for the most part, right? The problem with this that people aren't, if I may get into this, Lex, because I'm kind of a little rant here, but
Please.
the problem with this is that if you buy Marvel's Wolverine, right? You love it, one of your favorite games. 5 years pass. Sony PlayStation isn't doing as well anymore. They shut down the store. Where is your copy of Marvel's Wolverine? The store is gone. You don't, none of your disc or digital content belongs to you. And that's the problem, is that it doesn't belong to you. That's why piracy and ROMs and emulation and all that keep games alive. And it's sad but true because Nintendo, Sony easily, and I'm telling you guys, easily can bring back a lot of older games, bring them back, port them. I mean, not easily, but you know what I mean? Like if they did it and they put the resources, like they bring Ratchet and Clank back, the originals, or Killzone, anything like that, they would make money, but not enough money to like want to do it. So emulation exists, piracy exists. That's why a lot of people are freaking sell the seven C's to keep games afloat. Now there's a thing called the Internet or I mean it's always been, but the Internet Archive. The Internet Archive holds a lot of PlayStation 1 games and PSP games and Nintendo games, and they're on there and you can get them for free. And they're not like being sold to you or anything like that. They're just being kept in order for them not to be like lost in history, if that makes sense. And I think that's the issue, is that like once we give into this and it's gonna happen. I mean, we're gonna vote for with our wallet. We already kind of do. I'm all digital at this point, right? But none of those
Yeah.
games I own. I've only owned the only thing I own, Lex, is the experience that I had when I first finished that game. Like played it and finished that game. That's the only thing
The
I own.
memory. Mm-hmm.
After that, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
but that's my thoughts so far. But
Yeah.
Lex,
Yeah. This news literally comes just on the brink of them announcing that they're removing, what was it, 500 digital movies from their library. I think this was also last week with the whole Grand Theft Auto issue going on. This was also a news. I don't know if you remember seeing this. They had announced that they're taking, yeah, I guess there were some digital movies that they're going to be taking off. I think it was about 500, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
So people are just like, okay, great. That sucks. And then they announced this news like, oh, well, that doesn't help at all either. So now this obviously like the PS6 is going to be going into an all digital direction. Like you said, vote for your wallet. I love a console. I'm a big console guy. I don't see myself getting the PS6. I think at that point, I have my PC, I have my PlayStation 5. I'm not going to be able to play half of the games from my PS5 physical media to my, the PS6 if I was to get it, right? I mean, they had the disc drive for the PS5. Are they going to do that for the 6? Maybe. Just to,
I mean, I doubt
get some
it.
more money out of you, right?
I doubt it, right?
I doubt it
doing
too.
all digital
Mhm.
2028. It's like by then, it's like I'm sorry I had to cut you off, but it's like I doubt it, right?
No, but the way I'm seeing it is like they're gonna add it for an extra money, and you're not gonna be able to use the old one, right? It's gonna be like, no, you have to use a different one that we're gonna charge probably even more now. I think the disc drives for the PS5 were what, like $90 maybe? I think it was.
I think just about, yeah.
Which okay, fine, like whatever. I did buy a digital. The PS5 Pro is only digital only. I don't think it had the option for the disc drive. So whatever. But yeah, it sucks. And for me, dude, you know me. I'm a big love my physical stuff. I love now. No, well, let me take a walk back here a little bit, if I may. I am in the middle. It took me, maybe a few years ago, I finally started embracing the digital. I do enjoy the digital. It's a lot easier to get into your games since I have, and having subscriptions also helps, right? Because at least you're just paying for a subscription. You can cloud stream these games. You don't have to buy them full price. You're just paying for the subscription. Obviously, you get the bang out of your buck, however you choose so, time wise and all that stuff. So that's nice. And I again, like I said, I like having the convenience, but I also love my physical media. Again, I got, like I just mentioned at the top of the episode, I'm getting Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the collector's edition, just because it was a fair price. I want the Halo one, but that one got sold out and is now a victim of scalpers. Um, I really wanted something for GTA 6, but at least they could have done something for GTA 6 just to like go out with a bang. You know what I mean? Just be like, here, let's give you something cool for this game. So yeah, it sucks. I mean, I was expecting this to happen. It's been a long time coming. Um, but yeah, again, like you said, it's not fully owning your game. It sucks. And the other thing is what you notice. I know a lot of people are like, why, physical, but like if you notice, if you go right now, maybe on the PlayStation store and like look up, let's just say 007, right? Okay, $70. But it like say someone turned in a used copy at a GameStop, you get it for like $15, maybe $20 cheaper, right? And like I think God of War Ragnarok, someone we even did a side by side where they can get it for like $25 physical right now, but on the PlayStation Store, I think it's still full price. You know what I mean? And that's the issue, right? And then I also saw somebody else bring up I wish I can credit them. I apologize, but this users, but like they even said like the physical media is so nice because when you get older, you can push it onto your kids, right? Like or let someone borrow the game. I think there was a video that was released from the PS4. It was I forgot the creators. They're like you could share your games, and they were passing each other like the actual physical game. Did you see that video?
Because Xbox was doing this, and they did this years
Yeah.
ago, and then they had to switch off because of what Sony did, right? Because of the
Yeah.
backlash.
No, exactly. So now I'm wondering what they're going to say, right? Like again, it's just going to be like anything, right? It's like there's going to be a backlash, and people are going to complain that maybe some statements will come out, but eventually we're just going to adapt. It's just going to come, and we're going to be like, well, what do we do, right? But like you said,
yeah, it
go with
depends.
your
Like,
wallet,
yeah,
be heard.
I think there's there's a will, there's a way, and I'm feeling like people are gonna figure out. And I'll tell you this, right? Because I was talking about emulation, and um, because this is gonna be a big proponent of the future, people are gonna figure out a way to jailbreak the PS5. They're gonna figure out a way to pirate these games and make them physical. I am telling you guys right now, where there's a will, there's a way. If you go to the PS Vita right now, there's a whole modding community that is keeping that console alive. And it's great. And they do ports, Lex. And I know that you don't know because you don't really see it, but I'm telling you, if I show you things, you're gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. And they're still doing updates, Lex, till right now, to all these things. So like one guy, two guys, like a few people. I couldn't tell you the modders, but they're keeping that console alive, and the PS3 as well, and the 360. And it's because those consoles are dead. There is no digital store. It's hard to go find a physical copy of the game. I think I tried to find a copy of this one game called Toomba, which is like a pink-haired guy for the PS1 once, and it was going for like stupid amount of money. Eventually, PlayStation re-released it, but I'm like, I'd rather just go freaking emulate this and make it run even better on my phone, which is crazy to say, but it's like I could do it anywhere else, and it's like, and that's the problem, that it's like that we're gonna lose that we could lose the medium or the media. Sorry, that is the issue, is that like we will never actually have ownership and or a real copy of something because it can get lost in time, right? I think we talked about you and I had talked about this when we used to do a movie podcast, but we talked about Star Wars, right? The original Star Wars, the one we saw as kids, the one that didn't have any digital alterations, that George Lucas added a freaking little the creature in Tatooine. Remember, that's like all digital, crazy. Remember that? We saw the originals, like the VHS one that my dad had, or you know what I mean? Like we got to see that. I don't remember it now, but it's like I wonder if we can find that. Like, can we? It's a VHS. It's gonna be tough. Um, the other thing I want to say is, Lex was saying he might not get a PS6, and I feel the same way probably, but we always say that, and we always end up getting it because we just,
Suckers.
we love games. We want to see what the next console is gonna bring, and we're those guys, and it sucks.
I think too. Sorry.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I think what I would love to see is that if the PS6 was going to come out, and they keep kind of teasing this, right? It's kind of like a rumor, a handheld that's going to be kind of accompanying with it. That would be sort of like a Vita type, or like a Steam machine kind, or not Steam machine, a Steam Deck type, right? I think I would go rather in that direction at that point. Just because I've gotten more so much handheld gaming for me myself personally. It's just gotten so much more convenient, and I've been able to knock out games that way. So that'd be the way. Obviously, I'd probably go, but again, they'd find a way to probably not make it easy or something. I don't know, but keep going.
No, I agree with you, dude. Same for me. The handheld gaming has been such a big proponent of my gaming now. Like it's changed
Mhm.
my gaming. I don't really like sitting down on my desk other than recording with you and playing some games
Yeah,
because they're only on there. But for the most part, I'm always
yeah.
doing handheld and it's crazy. And that's just how I prefer being. After a long day of being on my
Well,
computer doing homework or doing something, it's like I don't want to be on the computer again. But the
that's
other
true.
thing I want to say this, Lex, because you were sorry to cut that off, but you were talking about going the digital route and all that, and that could be that's going to be the future or whatever. And it's crazy because if the PS6 comes out, right, and it's all digital, and it has a great amount of games and all that stuff, the best option for you guys would probably be to buy a PC. I know people are going to be like, "Well, a PC costs this amount." Still, you're saving money in the long haul. Lex and I have PCs. Thankfully, we were able to save money to get them, and they're good quality and they're good, and we we could put a good amount of money into them. And that's not me like trying to be like, oh, we have a lot of money. No, I save my money. Like I work for it, right? But the amount of digital games that I have bought for cheap will astound you guys because I bought what did I buy recently? I bought, man, I want to say it was like was it Crimson Desert? It might have been Crimson Desert or Final Fantasy something. I think it was Final Fantasy Rebirth. Right now, if you want to buy Final Fantasy Rebirth for Switch, it's like $50. If you want to buy it on PlayStation, it's like $40, maybe more. And if you want to buy it on Steam, it's like $20 or something like that. Or you know what I mean? It's like the cheapest option is PC for like most games. Like I saw Resident Evil 4. Granted, those games are a little older now, but it's like it was going for like $10. And the sales are crazy. And it's like all these games. Crimson Desert was like 70, right? I think when it came out, or 65, something like. I think I got it for like $55 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like it truly is cheaper to play on PC, regardless of how much money you end up spending for a PC. Let's say you spend 1,500, which is a lot. That's like two PS5s maybe or whatever. I don't know how much PS5 is now,
Not
600 bucks,
nowadays, no.
but not anymore because like what the PS6 is gonna be like $1,000. But you could make a budget PC for like $1,000 if you get lucky, right? Because obviously parts are getting more expensive, SSDs and all that bull crap. But it's like at the end of the day, it becomes the cheapest option because of the games. You get free online. You get probably the best sort of configuration for games for the most part. I'm not gonna say that because some games aren't stable. Batman Arkham Knight was terrible when it launched out, but it ran great on console. But you know what I mean? Like for the most part, now games are running pretty darn well. You don't really get a bad game that I can recall. Um, but I don't know. Um, It's just I think that's going to be the best
Yeah,
option. Lex is just being digital on
yeah. I
PC.
mean, yeah. I mean, and you mentioned too, this all news comes at the time of all the price hikes, right? Like we're seeing the shortages and what's going on, and Dom the Bomb, who's someone we follow on X, I suppose you call. He highlights, like the removal of the movies and TV shows, um, the closure of a Bluepoint Studios, which is a great studio, the disc reduction, the increased prices, and lastly, what I forgot to wanted to mention too is like they're still gonna put focus into like live service gaming, which is like why you've seen the countless failures that's going on with that, and like are they just gonna be like let's just keep doing one until one hits? Like why not focus somewhere else? I also saw a rumor about Druckmann and his studio, but I don't think it's true. But I remember just seeing that. But like now I'm like I don't know what to believe anymore, right? Like what's happening? Like it just there's a lot of closures going on as well with studios, which is sad. So it's like man,
Oh, Lex,
and not
right?
to mention and not to mention um stores, right? if the physical media stuff goes, there goes the stores, right? A lot of these stores are going to go away. I think GameFly came out with a statement today, saying how disappointed they were, what's going on. They've always been, advocates for the physical game because they're a rental service. It sucks. Like it's cutting that middleman, right, and just going straight to them, and it's just it sucks. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to be. It's gotta be tough to be a gamer growing up right now, like getting into gaming. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, yes and no. Well, two things, right? You had said that um it's going to be hard, but it's like your phone is a game console now, right? You can
Yeah.
emulate so much in on that console on your phone, and it's like everyone has a phone. I could
True.
play Nintendo DS on it. I could play some Switch games. Like it really depends on. We are only as bad as whoever is going to create the next emulator on on the phone. You know what I mean? Like I have an Android that plays Nintendo Switch games and Steam games. It's like like you have the resources for the most part to play a bunch of games. I think the thing is that people are going to start playing games that are older. I think games that are like that came out years ago are going to be made more popular now than ever because of this price hike, because of this digital age. I think you're going to start seeing more retro gaming, which sounds hilarious to say because it's like what a 5-year-old game that we used to play. You know what I mean? It's like, but at the end, but like you see it coming up right now, Lex. And one of the big things that is coming out is Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. They're re-releasing those games digitally for the PS5 for like $40 or $50 a piece for each, for 50 for each, right? And so it's like $100 for 2 games, old games, bringing back the servers. People love those games, and it's probably going to sell well because people want those old games. You see what I'm saying? It's like nobody's buying new games. People are going to the past, and so like we have the past to go back to. It's just the problem with like we're saying is when PS5 and everything goes digital in 2028, what pass are we going to have to go back? Because there isn't any physical media now. We're going to have to hopefully get someone who is a pirate or like an emulator that can allow me to play this because I'm not a freaking coder. I'm not going to be able to figure that out. Maybe I could with ChatGPT or something or Gemini. And then the other thing you were saying was that I wanted to touch on was you talked about live service games that PlayStation is bringing out. And I've said this before, but we need those games. Like they need these games in order for us to get Uncharted 5, The Last of Us, 3, and or whatever. We need those live service games. The problem is that they're making live service games for the people that don't want live service games. So it's like they're trying to appease a certain crowd that isn't who they are. You know what I mean? They could easily do a live service Killzone game and get the Call of Duty freaking for FPS guys over here, or make a I don't know, The Last of Us freaking extraction shooter, because The Last of Us would work perfectly for that freaking Arc Raiders people that would love that, or Escape from Tarkov. Like I am just giving them freaking money right here, telling
hire the guy, dude.
But no, but
yeah,
like,
I mean,
obviously it's easier said than done. But like, do you get what I mean? Like, it's like they have the resources, and they had the resources with Destiny. They should have given them more money, or made Marathon a part of Destiny, like I've said before, and it would have probably made them even more money. But they screwed the pooch. They screwed. They bit the hand that fed them. Us, dude, we are giving them money.
I guess we're gonna see, but when Horizon Hunter Gathering comes out, we'll see. I guess we'll see how that does, right? Because that's a game people are familiar with. It's not this brand new. Because like you said, like the Last of Us factions would have been amazing, but they canceled it. And if they, like you mentioned before, they stuck to Destiny 3. They went a different route. So I guess let's see how this Horizon. I guess that's gonna be the big test for them, right? Is like if this game doesn't do well, then they're gonna really be like, wait, they didn't even like the game that people liked. You know what I mean? Because I like the Horizon games.
Horizon is that going to be free? Do you know?
I don't recall.
I know that game Horizon is I think you and I might have signed up for the play test if I remember
the beta,
correctly.
right?
Yeah, but I haven't gotten any information on that.
I doubt it's gonna be free. But it could be.
I
I'm gonna
hope it
see.
is. I mean, I think it'll be cool if they make it like Monster Hunter, or like there was another game that we used to have called Dauntless or something like that. I forget what it was. It was another live service
Uh-huh.
game that had come out, and I think it did well, but they took it. Well, I mean, I don't guess it didn't do well enough, but they ended up canceling it or something like that. But it's like there is a space for these games. It's just they need to find that niche audience that really likes this and is willing to spend a lot of money. It's like those mobile games like Crime Boss Syndicate or whatever. And there's like people that spend
Yeah.
stupid amount of money. I
Oh,
have a sorry, go ahead.
no, yeah, yeah. I was just commenting.
I
Yeah, that's funny.
I
Uh-huh.
have a buddy, and I maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'll just kind of like be like kind of more anonymous on this. I have a buddy who works for a gaming company. I think it's a Chinese company, and I don't know if he still works there, but he told me one time he's like there are these special players in this game that things will happen to them or people will attack them or do something to their game or something like that that they take special care of because they spend about 10 grand a month or something like a
Wow.
stupid amount of money a year in this game. And so they
Wow.
take special care of these people. They have special account people that like will be like, oh, hey, this happened to me. Can I get it fixed? And they'll fix it right away just for them because they spend a lot of money. That's who they are. And so like that's
That's
who there's
crazy.
a lot of people like that. There's like that Ubisoft thing I was telling you with the leveling up. There's like a dad or a CEO or a dude comes home and he's like, I just don't want to grind. Let me level up my character like right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. So, Horizon Hunters Gathering, it's not confirmed whether it's going to be a paid title yet. They have not said anything. But I mean, you saw an example came up like, oh, like Helldivers was $40. So it's like, Helldivers did really well. I think that's the game still going on, right?
True.
Um,
And that one came out on PC
but
and PS5 day and day, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, so yeah, dude, it's crazy times. I mean, it's again like we've known it was coming, right? It's just like there was no avoiding this. It was going to happen at some point. Like you said, the PC gaming, and I've always been a console gamer. I love consoles, but I did get my PC, which I love. And like you said, like it just when you're looking at games compared to the PSN store, it's like wow, it's just noticeably cheaper. It's insane. It's like why, well, like why am I even this option? But then like it becomes the convenience part of it too. It's like I'm like, do I want to play this game on my portal? Do I like it better here? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or like whatever. And like you, like I'm not a big like I kind of started going away from sitting at my desk and playing games, but there are certain games I will still do that with. Um, but like it's more of an exhausting. So like I mentioned Outlaws, right? I'm not excited to play it because when I played it off the cloud streaming, it did not play well. It was not good. I was like, I don't like it on here. I guess I could have bought it. I could buy it on Steam for way cheaper and just play it off my Asus, but it's like I already have the game. I'm not going to rebuy it, right? Like I don't want to do that, especially this game, right? It's like I'm not. It's the game that I'm not like I need to do it, but then that's what they want, right? The multiple copies.
Like I'm
um,
always buying all these games multiple times.
I know all these games we buy and just they just sit there. Um, so yeah, dude, it's wild times. Grand Theft Auto, we're sorry, we were harsh to you. Even though I feel like a lot of the news that keeps coming out about that game is still like this freaking game, but they still haven't dropped a trailer as of this record too. So, but yeah, dude, do you have anything else you want to add to these trying times?
I didn't get to touch on that you were talking about, and I guess this will be the last thing I will say. You talked about the losing the 500 movies and TV shows or something on Sony thing.
Hmm.
It's funny because there was a purge before this happened on the PS3. I want to say, if I remember correctly, because I was buying a bunch of movies. I told you about Grandma's Boy, Click, and I think I bought, man, was it Nitro Circus and a bunch of other stuff that I would have and owned on my PlayStation. And something happened where I lost all that stuff. Luckily, somehow, Lex, I signed up for something where it was like Movies Anywhere. I forget what it was, and I connected it to something in that
Yeah,
account, and all that stuff came with me, so I didn't lose it like everyone else
nice.
did. And also, when Funimation had come out, because I think Sony owned Funimation and Crunchyroll, they got
Uh
rid of
huh.
Funimation, which is like this anime thing, and I had bought the season of Cowboy Bebop, and I lost that when Funimation went down. But because I linked it, it came with me still.
Nice.
Yeah, which is weird. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You got to look into that if you're still able to do that. But I mean, obviously by now we've already lost all that stuff. I honestly don't know. It's just it's going to be very interesting to see how people vote with their wallet because for the most part, like the way that you and I are speaking about this, we I don't think a lot of people know that that's a thing. They think that if you buy something digital, it's yours. It belongs to you forever, but it's like it really doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that people don't know. And I think they should make a law where it tells you that you're renting this game, you're not buying it. I don't think you're
Yeah.
owning this game. I think that definitely needs to be a thing. I think they did
Yeah.
that with subscription services now where they have to make it easier to unsubscribe to something because they make it hard to get to something. And
Mhm.
so yeah, definitely hopefully they do that. I know that there's this other thing called oh man, what's it called? I gotta look this up, but it's I forget. It's like games trying to save games. Have you heard of this?
No, but if I may throw a
Go
little
ahead.
point in there real quick too.
While I look this
Um,
up, go ahead.
these games too, like I'm saying, if they're gonna just cut all physical media out, wouldn't it be nice if they like it's not gonna happen, but what if they nice just if they're gonna cut all the physical media aspect out of it, why not make the game just a little cheaper on the digital, just a little bit, $10, let's go back to the $60 games, which they won't do. Um, but I don't know, it's just maybe they'll get more people like, okay, like give us something, right? Give us some positive.
Oh, okay.
But continue, please.
It's called Stop Killing Games. It's a they're an they're trying to save games to it's like a lawsuit that they're trying to do
Mm-hmm.
where they save games. I think it was after the Ubisoft had shut down The Crew. I don't know if you ever played that game. It was like a car
Oh,
game.
I knew about it.
And so basically what they're doing is they want to because that's an always online game. And so the point
Uh-huh.
that they were trying to do was trying to rescue the game where they make the game free. Like, don't keep it online, that's fine, but still allow me to play my game and let it keep going. And that's one of them that they were trying to do. I think they're still trying to do a bunch of stuff, but it's one of the lawsuits. And so if you guys ever want to look into that, that's probably a really cool one because it's trying to do this where it's like it's trying to help you not be able to like lose functionality to any game. Because like let's say you bought I mean, I think they returned your money, but I think Concord, right? Was the Concord the one that got taken
Yeah.
down? Okay, so let's say
Yeah.
Concord
Mhm.
went out online and they didn't give you your money back, you're screwed, right? Concord is just there. Or Destiny right now, right? Destiny 2. You'll lose all that. You'll never be able to play that game again because it's not
Yeah.
online anymore. But if they did this lawsuit and they won, they'd be able to essentially have to develop something where the game stays online or I'm sorry, it's offline, but it's like a single player version of that game. That way you don't lose any of the stuff you've already had. Because people buy skins, people buy cards. It's like a lot of things. So you're losing all that money. That's why I'm saying that people aren't aware of what they're gonna lose until it's gone. But yeah, Lex, that is all for me, dude. I don't how you feeling? Do you feel like we
That's good for
said
me
enough?
too, man. If you want to wrap it up, we did good. We did good. Go ahead.
Thank you. As always, I would like to thank the friends of the channel for tuning in every week. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like, give us a comment. Let us know what you think about Stop Killing Games or about the physical media being lost or about, Lex not having any more collector's editions to collect. Also, follow us on Instagram at checkpoint_reached. There, I and Lex will answer any inquiries you might have. Lex, please send us home.
Yeah, I mean, last thing I want to throw in, it's funny, I just thought about it. When I bought
Please.
Starfield, I bought the Steelbook edition, and I remember it was just a digital code, which is funny. I'm like, damn, it was already back then. It got me.
It
Um,
was there, but you
I mean,
just
I was
didn't
aware.
notice it.
I was there. I should have known. But anyway, yes, thank you all so much. Please let us know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Does it suck? Does it bother you? Please, we want to hear from you. Thank you all so much. We will see you all next week. Checkpoint reached.
Bye.
Goodbye.